If you get in the ring with Christina, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, they be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT, who the one that slayed the Chupacabra. Your favorite girls.
Good evening and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. I'm here with my girl Nika. Crystal's going to join us in a little while. And then, of course, we're going to have the man of the hour, the people's champ, Jamel Herring. How are you, my girl?
Doing good.
You doing good? Yeah? So what's going on over there in Florida?
I don't want to rub it in, but we do have nice weather. I know
Yeah.
it's snowing.
Yeah.
But over here we have nice weather, so yeah.
Yeah, it's warm and toasty in my dorm room, but yeah, it's kind of cold outside. I wish I was there with you, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I'm happy for you. So I think tonight's going to be a really good show because, we have some questions and we want some answers and we really want the chat involved. We really want them to get involved and ask Jamel anything that they want to ask him,
He's here already, so good.
Well, let's go. Let's go. What's up, champ? How you doing?
What's going on, y'all? I'm over here getting cursed out by Bo Mac real quick.
Uh-oh. What'd you do? What'd you do?
Listen. He actually sent some sparring for Keyshawn.
Okay.
Cool. I misread the text. He said he needed a southpaw. But I was like, listen, Pedraza is a switch hitter. Like he, you know what I mean? Like the kid I sent basically, he has the range and everything of Pedraza, but Bo Mac's on my ass right now about that. So I gotta
because he's not a southpaw.
He's not a southpaw, but Bo, get a chance, man. Let that boy work. Just
okay. Well, can he switch?
It's not the correct.
Can he go southpaw?
He can't. I don't know. He can't. That's the thing. He can't switch. But I was telling him like Jose Pedraza, he's an orthodox fighter. He's just a switch hitter.
Yeah, right.
He's mainly orthodox, but you know how Bo wants his. I get it. He's the man in charge.
That's why he is. That's why he is who he is.
I get it. You want things a certain way. I respect it, Bo.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it too.
She screenshotted the chat and pointed ahead, and I'm like, oh, my bad, Bo.
Whoops! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So happy Wednesday from Trill Clinton. Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone from Mata Boxing Report.
What's going on, Trill?
Yes, everybody, hello, and thank you for joining us. So tonight is pretty much your night because we've got some questions for you, but we really want the chat involved because we have the best chat in the world. Wouldn't you say, Nika?
Absolutely.
We do. They're always commenting, they're always involved, they're always supporting. So anything that they want to ask, and I had people asking me on Twitter, hey, can you ask him this? I'm like, no, you could ask him. You could ask him whenever it's time.
No, but I do want to ask you, I want to start off with the question about your thoughts on the Michaela Mayer and Natasha Jones fight. Because
like I said, I've known Michaela since like 2010. We was on Team USA together. We did the Italy dual meet in Reno, Nevada. That's when I met her. I've known Natasha since the 2012 games. You know what I'm saying? She's always been cool. So, like, for starters, I'm not knocking Natasha because she's not the judge. I know a lot of people always, when they see fights like that, they always attack the fighter. You know what I mean? So I'm not attacking the fighter. Yeah, she's not scoring the judge. But me personally, I thought Michaela, I thought she won. I thought she had a slow start, but I thought she rallied up from towards the mid to the end. All of that, she just kept pushing the fight. She kept pushing the action, in my opinion. She was landing a lot more of the telling blows. Natasha, she had her spots too. Like especially and there was some swing rounds you probably put it in there, but again, I can see it no worse than like 6-4 in Michaela's favor.
And that's being generous.
That's being generous.
Yeah.
I wanted to say 7-3, but I said I'll settle on 6-4. Yeah.
I was being generous with 7-3. But
Right.
you know,
That's what I'm saying. I said they say a worst case scenario was 6'4". That's worst
Yeah.
case scenario in my opinion.
Absolutely, worst case. And the thing is too, the only reason why I had stated before that I would have like dealt with a draw was so there could have been a rematch. But did I think it was a draw? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And like you said, Jonas, she is the nicest person
Yeah.
I've met. Even the day after, no, Monday, she was FaceTiming one of the athletes, and I saw her and I congratulated her because, like you said, it's not on her, it's the judges.
Yeah. And
But she was
I like
fucked up.
Nando. I like Nando's question because that some things that bothered me in that matchup. Like for instance, management. Your manager's job is supposed to protect you. That's kind of like from what I was hearing. That's kind of like even Tim. I think Tim Bradley spoke on it also. That's kind of twice where her manager didn't look into it where there was a rematch clause, not just in the champion's favor, but in the challenger's favor as well. I get it. You know what I mean? Or I get it. She was the challenger overall, but at the same time, that happened twice with Michaela. With the Alicia Baumgartner fight, there was no rematch clause, and that was a close fight.
Yeah.
This past fight, I felt the fight was even more definite in Michaela's favor. You know what I mean? And she didn't, and there's nothing to protect her. There's no safety net. You know what I mean? So now she's pretty much, she got to get back in line. You know what I'm saying? She got to get back in line, and you or assume that Tasha's gonna do what's right and give her a rematch. But again, I seen what article she says she doesn't mind giving Michaela a rematch, but it won't be immediate. She probably do the Harper fight or so on. So again, you gotta for the manager, like Michaela really gotta like really sit down and look at her team behind her, like, and like are they really for her? And I know George and everything. I'm not, but at the same time, it's like, you gotta. It's called accountability. You gotta be called forward, and it's like, are you looking out for your fighter or not? You know what I mean? Like, you can't just always assume that I get it. You have faith in her that she's gonna win it. We all have faith in our fighters, but at the same time, just in case, you gotta have a safety net for them.
All right, let me.
I agree, and I want to comment after this. Yes.
Let me read super chats because this is the money. Okay. From Socially Scientific, it says gotta be at least 7-3. Mayo was the effective aggressor all night and outlanded Jonas in 7 rounds. Evening, lovely ladies, and the coolest guy in boxing.
Absolutely.
Thank you very
So
much.
I have a question though, Jamel. So do you think, like, because I was assuming that they probably did ask for that, like a rematch, but the champion can ask for whatever he or she wants, and the challenger can say, yeah, this is what we would like, but the champion is going to be like yes or no. So do you think that possibly they did say, you know what, if we don't win because it is on your hometown, and everything else, can we get a rematch? And then maybe Jonas's team said absolutely not.
I mean, that could be it, but that's a question that we probably ask Michaela herself. If there was a safety net for her, or if they did ask, for that. But again, it seems like she's also getting the short end of the stick in these close fights. On this,
Yeah.
I mean, like she only had 2 fights that was close in the scores. Like I said, the Bumgarner fight, and this one is like the first.
And I think this one was clear. I think this was clear.
This one was way more clear. Like the other one, that was a close fight. That was a close fight between her and Alicia. But this one was.
Anybody saying that she lost is just being a hater because they don't like her.
And that whole people now, it's not just that. People get real, and it's not everyone. Don't get me wrong, but some people get real selective on the term. You gotta take it from the champion, because 1 minute is they use that terminology, then the next minute is when we don't go when their fighter wins it, but and not dominating the champion. It's that's old school terminology. So which is it? Because I've seen both of it. One side of people saying that, you gotta dominate and take, like, everyone isn't let's be honest, everyone isn't a dominant figure type of fighter. Their style is not a dominant fighter. So they have a style just to bank your rounds. Not saying that Michaela wasn't dominant, because she was pushing the action, but at the same time,
she was definitely imposing her will.
Every fighter isn't a clear dominant fighter where he got to go in there and he got to convincingly make it obvious that he or she won that round.
Fighter's not like a knockout artist.
I mean, for instance, we can go back with boxing history when Chris Algieri beat Provodnikov for the world title. Chris Algieri, my man Chris, he got dropped 2-3 times.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? He still was able to bank in the rounds to win the title that night.
Yep, that's true. I want to ask you. So, Coach Al had there was a video out, and Coach Al was telling Michaela, you won the fight, which we know Coach Al. People that know Coach Al know that he is very critical. I mean, very critical. Like Michaela can be like, "I'm doing good," and he's like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. You got to do this and that." He's very critical, and I love him, respect him. He's awesome. But one thing that he said, and I thought, was that that Jonas kept holding, and that the ref never said anything. Did you notice that too? What did you think about that?
I tweeted that, but I didn't really care for in terms of the warning. To me it was just more of a clear sign that she was having a rough time with Michaela, and Michaela
she was getting hurt.
She wanted. That's what I mean. I don't say. At the same time, it wasn't one of the things take a point. I didn't care for that. It's whatever. But for myself and the viewers, it looked like that she was having a rough time dealing with the pressure and the aggression of Michaela, and that should also the judges should be looking at that as well. You know what I mean? She can't keep her off her, and it's not like Michaela just being aggressive. Christine, it's effective aggression. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
She's being effective while she was doing it.
Yep, that's true.
Let me read this
true.
comment from Slide Tendencies 87. It says Maya needed a knockout to get a draw in Liverpool.
Seemed as though.
It seems like it, right? Just to get a draw.
As though.
She needed a knockout just to get a draw. Yeah, you know.
Well, and on that point, Tim kept saying, it's only 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes. We know it's only 2 minutes. We know that.
Right.
I no disrespect to Tim. I'm not gonna bash him. I don't bash anybody. But there were some things that night that really bothered me. That was one. The other one was that he totally criticized the whole corner and the management, but he did not point out anything that Michaela did well, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. And then at the end, he was crying about what a great fight it was. So I'm trying to make sense of this in my head. I was like, where's Jamel? Where's Christina? Just saying. What were your thoughts on the commentating?
Tim definitely was harsh. He was harsh in moments, but again, there were spots where I can agree with him, especially if again with the management situation, because I touched on it as well. Again,
but we really don't know. Do we know that they said again, we want a rematch and they denied it?
You gotta let Michaela speak her side of the story. But again, it's
right.
I can't really, like I said, Coach Al's he's a good trainer, so I really can't.
He is.
And like you said, he's going, and even in the moment, he's going to tell you if you're losing, if you feel like you're messing up.
Yes, he will.
That's
and sometimes even if they're not, he's very critical.
But you can't criticize them if they and everyone else thought that she was winning, and they just figured just keep going with the game plan. So what is there to criticize about in terms of the game plan by continuing doing what you was doing, which is being the aggressor, press the action, make her uncomfortable in spots, and let your hands go. So I get that, but again, it seemed like he was criticizing, but then he enjoyed the fight. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure everybody. I know everyone on here will agree 100% that the main event was definitely far better than the co-main event.
Oh my God!
So again,
the whole card, it was better than the whole card.
The ladies, they brung it. And at the end of the day, again,
I forgot. Wait. They were the
exactly. You forgot.
You wait. There was more fights.
Exactly. You forgot what I'm trying to say. It was a good. The main event was a really good matchup. Again,
absolutely.
Hats off to both women. Natasha, I hope y'all do it again. Michaela, keep your head up.
Absolutely. But I have a question. So you also commentate, and commentators. So a lot of people feel, and not, I don't know. A lot of people feel that sometimes that maybe there's something said but not said, where there has to be some bias. Is there a bias in commentating, or are you looking at both fighters and giving them props and criticizing where you need to criticize?
Hey, one thing people see, you yourself included with me, when I do it with Christina, when y'all do get a chance to see it, I call it like the way
You
just
definitely do.
a neutral body will call it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If the challenge is, if he's doing his thing and doing things right, I'm gonna call that on him. I'm gonna give him his credit. If the A side is doing this thing, whatever, and vice versa. If they both messing up or doing something that doesn't look right, or they, I'm gonna call it out. But again, I think that's why people want to see more, because the first thing for me, I look at it as a fan. Like I don't like, even when I call at least 2 or 3 of course fights after we fight. I could, sometimes people feel like you could be biased or you could be a hater or whatever. No, I just call it for what it is. Like I look at it like this. I don't have a dog in the race. So what do I have to lose for telling my point of view and the truth? So I always call it for the way I see it. But again, you're right though. There is a bias. You'll see on some cards, they're always detailing what the A side is doing right, but they never give the credit to when this one, the opponent does something good or is looking good or had a good round. I've seen fights where the opponent, the B side, can have a great round and they'll stay dead silent, and then they'll try to, because they can't find anything good to say about what's going on. For me, and I thank everyone who gives me my credit and my props for being honest. Like when I do the Japanese cards, especially that anyway card, I knew it was going to be a lot of eyes on that card. And
absolutely,
I got a great mentor and a friend like Christina Pancha, who always who's basically like helped me a lot throughout the past couple of years or whatever. But like you see how we feed up each other. Like she'll basically throw me an alley-oop, and I'll say something, and she'll always say something like, because I might just be talking boxing, but again, everybody don't talk like you and I in boxing. So she's like, Jamel, what do you mean by that? And I got I get what that means.
I love that.
Let me break down the terminology. When I say,
and I have to say, you are always like neutral. You are. Yeah. You call it like you see it, but not everybody's like that.
Like flack from the trolls online when you commentating.
I don't pay them. I mean, for the most part, honestly, I see more of positive feedback. You know what I mean? And then with me, y'all guys know it out there. When I'm tweeting with y'all. Like I'm writing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm asking for y'all opinion because y'all might see something that I might not notice. So I'm like, okay, let me look into this next round to see if they talking about this next round. And again, like I'm like my commentators, I'm with the people. You know what I mean? I'm watching it just like y'all as a fan. But I'm just speaking on it, you know what I'm saying, to a public, to a broader audience. That's how I look at it. But again, I urge Top Ranking the guys, to give me more dates to do it because I enjoy it. I mean, and I think it's
and you do a great job. And there's not many that can. HLD said Tim is playing a character, a persona in his commentary for the camera. I'm not gonna. I have let things slide. Not that I'm anybody that he said, but this last fight, it just like really threw me.
Right.
But I really believe that people like you and others, Christina, should be and are real to what we're seeing in front of us. Because sometimes you have to turn the commentary off because you see something and it is what it is, but then the commentary, they're saying something else.
I hate that. I hate when people say that because it's like,
we shouldn't have to do that.
Exactly. That's why I always try to be upfront and honest. So I don't want you to cut the commentary. I want you to maybe learn something and tune in.
I always watch the fights with my music playing. I don't really listen to the commentary.
Sometimes we got to do that.
Sometimes
we got to do that. But that's sad. We should not have to do that.
No.
We shouldn't. Crystal, our girl, is joining us. How are you, mamas?
Sorry,
I'm here.
Okay, good. She's ready. She's got her bell. She's ready.
Yes. We have 24 inches of snow outside. I don't know if anyone with this, but it is terrible.
Thank you, Brown. Nah, that's how I look at it. Like I don't. Again, like we'll talk about it before we get on the air. She like Christina. She's better than me in terms of like she'll have her notes laid out because you gotta think about it. A lot of people don't realize there's different jobs within commentary. Like if you listen to Christina more, she'll give you the fighter's background,
she's great,
story and everything. Me, I feel like I have the easy job. My job is just to basically call the action, what's in the ring. But like watching her now, she has me do my homework more, where I'm going back and looking at like old fights or things like that pop up because sometimes I remind her of something that the fighter may have done or said in the past. I'm like, hey, remember he said he was going through this, and we'll say, oh yeah, that's right, and we'll just feed up each other. But again, her job, I feel like her job was a lot harder because she has to be on cue. Like there's always a time those a certain time block she has to like get a message across before, like even in between fights that she has to get across. Like say when she's leading into like a segue with an interview, or whatever, she has to always be on point with everything. So shout out to Christina.
Well, the thing is, y'all are both very natural. It's not forced.
Right.
And y'all aren't emotional, you know, and no dig at anybody, but y'all aren't emotional. Y'all just keep it boxing. And I love that. That's something that I really admire about
listen,
y'all.
I called Jermaine last fight, fought Jermaine Ortiz, didn't go my way.
And look, and we
don't bother me at all. That's why I'm just doing the job. I'm not here to be, a biased critic. I mean, again, I'm just trying to show you guys what I see, so you guys can tune in and okay, I see what Jamel's talking about here. Okay, lateral movement, he's doing this, or he's trying to set this up, or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Sly Tendency said, "I thought you did a great job at the Inoue
Tony's
fight." Yeah, you was especially great in the co-main event, breaking down the technicalities. And see, so we have boxing fans, we do,
right,
and then we have people that are really boxing heads. So, and they appreciate that. They appreciate both of y'all and y'all together. So. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, listen. I tell people, hey, you got to put the pressure on Tyron, because I tell them, because if you know they rotate us out, I don't mind. Again, Sinisa, Chris, or whoever may want to do it, that's cool.
Right.
But I feel like with them, you should match up commentary like that with certain fights. Like, say for instance, if it's a fight card, if it's a fight card in New York, and you got mainly like main base in New York, like Bruce and all those guys.
Yeah,
those cards. If you got an all women's card, whatever, and you close with them, like she's like Sinisa's close with Michaela,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it's like even this past weekend, I mean, there's no knocking against anyone, but I felt like I should have been on that Japanese card also as well.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like I understand they want to be fair to everybody, but it's like I feel like you gotta at least do it the right way, in my opinion, because then you get a lot of backlash, and we all see it, criticism and this, and it's like it's not the commentator's fault, it's not the man.
No, it's not.
They may be familiar with this certain fighter, but again, I feel like you gotta match your commentator around with fights that like suit them if you're gonna do it that way.
I just often wonder. I wonder if you are fair and balanced, and you don't of course, nobody's going to say, oh, you got to go for the B side or the A side or whatever. I just always wonder, is there some unspoken law? I mean, smaller cards, obviously not on TV, have been asked to commentate. And I'm like, I don't know, because do you want me to call what I see? Or do you have an agenda? And that's something that's always bothered me.
It's out there, because I heard it. I'm not gonna say any you guys.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, y'all probably I've heard it. I've heard of other broadcast networks. You guys probably know. I mean, because the same people complain about that group of particular commentators. But again, for me, I look like this. Even if someone came to me and said you gotta do it, I wouldn't do it, because I feel like you're gonna get rid of me? But yet the people are enjoying me.
Right.
If you're gonna get rid of me because you're getting a lot of complaints from people saying he's just doing a bad job. He don't know what he's talking about, and he's just giving us.
Or because you are totally off. Even the couch potatoes know you're off.
Exactly, but don't get rid of me because I didn't want to, choose and dick ride on the A side or whatever side who's going for who in that measure. No. If you're messing up, you're messing up. Or if you're doing whatever you're doing, I'm gonna give you credit for it. But if I see something, say if you keep getting hit with the same left hand, I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, what can I say that the people don't see themselves?"
Yeah, exactly.
They're watching the same thing I'm watching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what is this comment? Sinisa and Pontradigo yesterday. The only problem I had was their issue with Akai getting. I didn't see the result. I'm sorry.
Getting the win.
Akai get a win. I had no issue with that because Dalakayan did nothing either. So I didn't understand what the issue was or what the problem was.
I see nothing, man. I know the man. People were quick. I watch everything.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
They were criticizing Sinisa for her commentating that night, whatever, and people just thought that she was just calling the wrong thing. And so I understand it. Again, I respect it, but that's what I mean. Like it's not I felt like Sinisa. I thought she did what she had to do, and she got a passing grade, again. But I feel like for that Japanese type of card, I probably should have been, one to do it
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get more familiar with the Japanese fighters and their styles and like that. But again, on her end, she still needs to practice. She needs to work. So, but I get it. Fans, they're not stupid either. So they're like, yo, what are you calling here? Because we all do it. Like, what are you seeing that we're not seeing? But again, you got it. But again, you have to. If people start asking questions like that, it's up to you to point out what you're seeing and you break it down. You break it down because everybody doesn't know certain terminology or they're not exactly seeing what you're seeing. So you got to break it down a bit more and more as you're commentating.
And I have more of a comment than a question, but it could be a question too. So just because somebody was a world champion or was on a high level, does that mean they can coach? Just because somebody can coach, does that mean that they can compete at a high level? Just because somebody did this or that, does that mean they're a good commentator? I mean,
with that being said, because look at, like, for trainers, let's be honest. Bomac didn't have the best career. Derrick James, Freddie Roach. But these guys, if you look at their stack of work, these guys, well, we know Freddie Roach going to the Hall of Fame, but yeah, like Bomac and Derrick James, I believe those guys are going to the Hall of Fame one day too, as well, for being a trainer. So again, you may not been great at this in boxing, but you may have found your knack at this. Like, even from, like,
that's my point.
I look at myself at times. I mean, even though I'm back in the mix, I look at myself. I said, listen, I may not get in the Hall of Fame as a boxer, but if I keep doing what I'm doing here on the commentating side and I'm doing it well, who knows? Maybe I'll be in the Hall of Fame for commentating someday in boxing. So again, it's just one of those things where, yes, we're all looking at the same sport, but sometimes some people may have their different strengths within that sport or boxing, within the sport of boxing.
And that's my point.
Do you recall when Bomac was commentating? That was good stuff.
I've seen it. Yes, he is good.
Bomac actually put me on because when I started training with Bomac, that's when he was commentating with Christina, and I just asked him because I was when I was with the PBC when the PBC was having their athletes commentate at the time, I used to always try to get into it, but I could never fit in. So when I came over to Top Rank and I seen Bomac was doing it, Bomac actually helped put me on to get involved with commentating. So I always give Bomac that credit, but Bomac makes jokes saying that I stole his job. You know what I'm saying?
You can't steal a job. Someone can take it because you ain't doing what you need to do.
You know how Bo is, but again, but I always think Bomac,
That's
like
funny.
I said with Christina. Yeah, because Bomac.
No, but he was good.
Bomac was breaking it down as a trainer. But he was breaking the technique
and so people like us, like boxing heads, we're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe the average person.
That kind of like mix, like a trainer and a boxer commentating together.
I like that.
That has been happening for years. We have Lennox Lewis, we have Roy Jones.
Yeah, Paulie,
But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Y'all are going to crucify me and throw rocks at me. But I do not believe that Roy Jones is a good commentator. I'm sorry.
You're gonna say that shit.
Look, go back.
I'm gonna say I love Roy. But one fight, I felt he was too biased. I think it was the I want everybody to do their homework. Go look at the Winky Wright and Philly Trinidad fight. Roy was being a little biased against Trinidad.
I already know.
His boy was from Florida. Winky Wright from Florida also. Roy was that night was too biased.
Okay, so the bell was rang because Socially Scientific says teaching kind of works that way. I taught ballroom dance, and the best teachers for fundamentals were people who weren't great dancers themselves.
Right.
Absolutely. I agree totally.
We appreciate you, Socially.
I mean, even now, people look at me and then because I just came from the gym. I love going down to the gym to see the kids and everything, do their thing. But they ask me, champ, you ever thought about getting into coaching? Like, I can do it, but I don't know about right now. Like, plus right now, I'm still busy with my own stuff, and I was like, if I want to be a trainer, I have to give that athlete all of my time. I can't just be like, I'm be out of town for this next week, so I'm not gonna be able. I can't do that to them. And again, who says I might be even a good trainer? So, listen, it's hard. Like Christine, I give you credit. It's hard, like because you might see something. For me, I'm the type of person I might see something wrong, but you're not catching on to it. So I'm getting frustrated.
Right.
So none of we're not helping each other at all in that aspect. So like being a trainer, that's dedication. Like Shout out to my brother Rashid Warren. Rashid Warren, I feel like after the passing of Mike Stafford, he was in there. We was in there just now together. We was helping run the sparring, and he's running 3 rings by himself. I'm watching him with a stopwatch, and he's going down to this ring. He's going down to this ring, and like I think Rashid Warren, he's gonna be one of those guys. I think he's gonna be the next Mike Stafford of Cincinnati, and like
I think that's great.
Mike Stafford is a father figure, so I always say any father always says that they want their kids to be better than them. And I'm not. It's not a knock against Mike. I just think like Mike will want Nuke to be better.
Absolutely, pass the torch.
Rashid has that. He's doing a real good job with these kids, and I'm talking about like he's controlling the whole gym. Like he doesn't want distractions in there, and he's taking. And I know he's still with the fight, but I'm like, and I actually have the power to put him on cards and everything. I'm like, if your heart is over here, I'm not gonna mess that up for you. Stay here. Just know I got you whatever you need, but stay with these kids, man. Stay with these kids.
Yeah. No, we have to. I mean, they're the future. It's so ironic because I had an athlete tonight ask me, like, Coach, how do you know what to do on the mitts? Like, how do you know, like, for each fighter what to do? And for me, especially when I'm up here, it's like I watch your sparring. I see where you're lacking and where your strengths are. And that's what we work on. So it's repetition. It's muscle memory. It's like over and over and over again. So it's I stepped in the ring a few times, and I had coaches that were like, impose your will, you're stronger, take that punch, no common sense. But I'm definitely a much better coach. I will say that.
Respect. And I agree with everybody. Antonio Tarver was a good commentator also.
He was. He was, definitely. I definitely agree with that too.
The Magic Man.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah, and he was like canceled. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like people.
He was. He was. Let's be real. He was.
He was awesome. I was like, no, because he was not biased. He was like, yeah, you're winning. He's doing this. I was with it. I was with it for sure. But I had a question.
I have a question. I want to know if you have any fighting news because we saw posts of you posting like a passport, and then you like it's coming soon. So I don't know if you was just like teasing people or what you were doing.
I'm kind of upset that the article came out yesterday that I shared.
We saw that.
But I know Lou wants me to fight in Australia. Probably in sometime in May. I mean April. May is the Cambosis Lomachenko, so let's not get that confused. But sometime April time frame. We was looking at 2 fighters. I think we got 1 potential opponent, but again, I'm just trying to just prove that as a real fighter, I fight anywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter with me. Like I still believe in my skill. So for me, it's looking like April, first week of April time frame. That we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to Australia. So right now we're just waiting right now we're just waiting for the contract. Like I said, I spoke to the promoter. We spoke to the promoter on a conference call a few days ago, all together. Myself and JC and Lou and their people out there. They basically building the whole promotion around me for the card. So there's a lot of respect out there. Again, for me, I don't really care where, like, you guys see me fight in Dubai. I was supposed to fight in Belfast. I was supposed to fight in London. I'm just trying to make a point that, like, I can, like, fighters can go anywhere and still put on a good show. And more importantly, absolutely, I want to fight at least 3 times this year. So I'm not trying to do the whole one and done or 2 max. I want a minimum of 3. So moving on from that, again with the Lamont Roach situation popped up yesterday. Spoke a little bit about that today. So he's gonna be reaching out to that side. Probably a little bit after we get this first one out the way. But that's all that's an interest. Like I said, shout out to you guys because you guys gave him the platform to mention it a few months ago before he fought Garcia. And we just been riding.
That was Crystal. She gave
shout out to we just been like hey. Y'all know me. Once y'all give me that little bit of rope, hey, it's all I need. Like, but again, but like I said, it's all love with Lamont. Like, I don't make anything personal. Y'all know me. Again, he holds the cards now. He's the champion, so I give him that respect. If he still wanna do it, we can do it. But I gotta take care of business first. All right, because I already basically had a commitment here, and I'm not gonna just forget that. And because again, we don't know when he wants to get back in the ring like that. We don't know how it's gonna play out. We don't know if it's gonna be a PBC thing because his last fight was on a PBC card. So again, we don't know if it's gonna be on the zone thing. So I'd rather just go with the easy bet, which is to have with a goal with what we had planned already. And then again, the more I raise my profile again, the higher my stock goes anyway. Let's be honest. So
for sure.
That's how I look at it. That's what I try to tell all the fighters. The more you fight, the more you're out there, regardless of what people say, the more you're out there in the public eye, the higher your stock is going to go anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true.
So 3 times this year.
3 minimum.
I hear that. Okay. I just want to make a note.
Spring, summer, winter, whatever, before the year is up. But that's just me. But again, I'm taking care of my body. I'm not out here doing crazy stuff. I'm not trying to put on 30 pounds plus in between camps. Like, no, I just want to just stay. I think again, I heard a lot of fighters also inactivity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, yeah, Crawford, Zoo, undercard, whatever. Like that's why I like working with Lou, because I love Top Rank. Top Rank's always gonna be family. Don't get me so wrong. I love Top Rank. Again, Lou works with Top Rank, so there's always fights over there. Lou works. Lou even mentioned it before, like because of me, he kind of mended that tension with Eddie Hearn, because I was calling out Eddie Hearn fighters. You know what I mean? So there's positive, and they've tried to bring fights to the table, but they just didn't interest Lou or me. So we just said, that's not what we were looking for. So we went with this card. But again, there's still a relationship where I could speak with Eddie Hearn. There was never a fallout with the PBC. Lou still talks to guys over there with Al Heyman and them. So why I feel like at least for me, I can move around freely and have options.
Will one of those fights perhaps be in the Cincinnati?
Oh, we spoke about that too. If we wasn't gonna do Australia, I was gonna bring a fight to Cincinnati. And for me, just I wanted to showcase more of the younger talent coming up in Cincinnati for that card. But I seen the question about the beef. It ain't no beef.
Photex.
That's faux.
Don't give that too much shine. But
listen. I already got enough lecture on that. I mean, no, Red Spikes hit me up. Shout out to Red, man. Red. Shout out to Red. Red told me to leave the trolls alone, but for me, it's never beef. I like the personality I see with me right now. That's how I take it into. That's how I'm looking at it on social media. Like, I'm like, what can they do to me? All that talking about, let's glove up. Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's all them trying to sell some T-shirts.
So that's why I like, because when they're going back and forth with you, they're putting their link.
They put it like we know the game. Like
of course.
Oh, look at he's arguing with the world. We know the game, man.
I'm the wrong person to tell somebody to ignore it, but I'm not a fighter, so
I just have fun with it. Like, y'all see me, yeah. Look at when I write this stuff on there, I don't ever get personal. I don't go attacking everybody's mothers and yada yada or wish death for people. I'm cracking jokes. It's all for me. It's jokes. Because at the end of the day, after I put the phone down, I'm going back to who I am. Or I'm on.
No, but I think that's one of the reasons why people love you so much is because you will interact, whether it's positive or negative. You'll give, okay, you know what? Get your little 10 seconds of fame and whatever.
Just recently, I had a guy who was on my case every second. Now we're cool. Like, it's not personal for me. Like, I don't again, long as you're not threatening or harming my family or my well-being, or what I do for a living, why should I care what you got to say about me? Again,
absolutely.
All they do is post the same clips of me and the Shakur fight. That's 2021 now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm over there. Like, again, shout out to Shakur. Hey, do what you do, bro. Hey, there's nothing but love for you. But again, for me, it's a sport. I don't take it personal.
Absolutely, because you still living your life.
Exactly. I look like this though. The most I could do is bring up one fight out of my career with the Shakur fight. Out of how many? That's a good thing. At least I'm not. You don't see me. I'm not over here getting this one, that one. Y'all putting up crazy.
That's true. That's true.
I'm cool.
I don't even want to put his name on the screen, but you put. He
might. Whatever you want to do,
he might sell some T-shirts. He trying to some T-shirts. Shout out to Artie.
He probably already sell T-shirts of you, Mr. Jamel.
Right. Well,
Nah,
you know
hey,
what? He didn't have permission, so you can sue him. Just saying.
I had the lawyer go and give him a call up.
That's what I'm saying. Have that lawyer give him a call.
See,
But
look, he
before,
said, if I'm giving you advice on trolling, then it's bad because. But I don't have to ignore it, but I feel like you should because you're a fighter. Like you have
I mean, I get it.
veterans, so
I get it. At
I'm not
that
gonna
point,
ignore
you
it.
just leave it
I'm not
alone.
gonna
Like,
ignore it.
okay, like Red was like, Mel, just leave it alone. You got
yeah.
your point across. All right, cool, Red. All right, but at the same
Dude, I
time,
feel
like,
like you
no,
be
it's like
bored
this. It's
and
like
then
this though. It's like this
you
though.
be bored
Also, no, it's
and
like
then
this
you
though.
get
At the
started
same
and you keep
it's
going.
like this at the same time. People gotta understand, boxers, athletes, we're human too. We're human. Y'all, everybody always like,
Absolutely. You have
hey,
feelings. Absolutely.
Because now when we start getting your ass, whatever, then y'all want to get defensive. Oh, you a champ. I'm human.
You're supposed
too.
to be this and that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm human. Again, I don't feel like
but
I'm better
they
than anyone.
always
Listen, no,
clip those tweets
you
and
can't
put
have it
them
both
on
ways.
stories
You
and
can't have it
YouTube
both
videos.
No, listen, you can't have it both. I said like this. You can't have it both ways when I've been like this. You can't sit there and say that you're supposed to be this because you're a champion, but at the same time, you'll criticize him for being a champion and you'll say, "Oh, he think he above everybody." No, I'm human just like you. I put my pants on the same way you do in the morning as well. I do the same as you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen. That's why I always interact with people on Twitter because I'm human. Y'all human. I don't think I'm better than none of y'all out there. Only thing different between me and you, I just fight on TV. That's it. I just fight on that, but that's it. Y'all probably. I'm probably
I have to log off. Yeah, I get it. And before we had that comment, I was going to ask you. So back in the day, even 5-10 years ago, there was a window as far as the age, for boxers, for champs. Do you see that has changed?
Yeah, I believe it changed with technology, and science. I mean, look at me. I'm not. I just needed a break. But again, I got a nutritionist that I love to death. Monitors everything I'm doing, even away from the cameras. Look at what Better BF is doing. Look at Zhang. He's 40 years old, and the people say they're ducking him. He's 40 years old. It's all about again. I mean, look at what happened recently with
Horror
Davies
has been taken over. Look at Barroso.
Nando. Now, fact is Q&A. I'm glad he pointed that out. That fight was actually offered to me. I don't know, before my last fight, or a little bit after, but with JoJo. Shout out to JoJo. Me and JoJo, some teammates from the Olympic class. But again, I don't know. It just I think what they were saying at the time, it was just talk. You know how it goes. They throw names out there, and
of course,
his name came about. But again, I'm fighting at 130. I just seen JoJo the announcement. He's fighting at 140 pounds. He's 2 weeks. So like, where would we do that fight at? And there's no knock against him, but I don't think even JoJo will be able to get down to maybe 31, 35. So like, where would we do that? Where would we do that fight at? Or in terms of weight? Because like I said, my main goal, my main objective, I'm sticking with it, was always to win another world title at 130 pounds and go from there. But I mean, again, y'all know me, I'm open to any fight. Tevin Farmer called me.
Yeah, we know.
Tevin Farmer's in my
I
last
saw
fight.
that. I saw that.
We ain't no bad blood, me and Tevin, but if it makes sense, another thing, that fight again came across the table again, and the main thing was, okay, who's gonna pick up the fight? People gotta understand these things happen in business also. Who's gonna pick it up in terms of the network? Because both sides are maybe gonna ask for a certain amount of money or a purse. So who's gonna pay for it? Who's gonna pick it up? These things that they telling me, I'm like, hey, Lou, Tevin brought this up. He's like, yeah, I get it, but all right, that's not an issue making a fight, but who's going to pick it up? Who's going to pay for it? Who's what?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question.
These things that saying that you got that people don't understand. I get it. Y'all, I respect y'all. Y'all just the fans. I respect y'all. I'm never going to knock y'all because these things y'all just don't.
But they don't understand the business behind what everything is.
Yeah. Like they really like when people say professional boxing is business first. It really is. For me,
it really is.
Like I even said, I agree to go to Australia. I told them I'm not hard to deal with. If it makes sense, whatever, send me out there. But again, with networks and everything like that, it's a different ball game, and I let the team behind me deal with that mess.
So Nika, I'm sorry, Crystal.
I
go ahead. Because I need to sucker punch somebody, but go ahead.
Okay. So Sly Tendency says, Jamil, is Teofimo crazy calling out Crawford? And then I want to piggyback on that because
No. I'm gonna say
you're close in Jamie's corner or Ortiz's corner. Do you think that Teofimo is like overlooking him?
Yeah, I'm gonna check that. I don't think he's crazy. I think he knows it's a tall task. It's definitely a tall task, but you shouldn't be doing all this calling out when you got a man in front of you that's hungry and serious, like Jermaine. Again, Tio's my guy. Like I said, that's why I love him to death. Jermaine's my guy also. But again,
don't overlook anybody.
Focus on the task at hand. Because again, you know what I mean? Bud wants to fight guys like Canelo, and I'm riding with him. But again, Bud did all that after he took care of business with a guy like Errol Spence. You know what I mean? And you can say what he wanted. You can say what y'all can say what y'all want about that matchup. But again, he focused on what was in front of him first, and before he did all that. Again, Tio, I know he goes back and forth with the Haney side, and he's calling for Bud. But even Bud, matter of fact, mentioned it. Hey, all respect, but you got a good fighter in front of you. Focus on him first, and then we'll come back to that later on. Because they only one weight class apart. Again, Crawford is a tough task, but again, Tio at least gives him his credit, saying that he's one of the best fighters in the world. So he knows he knows he's going for.
Okay, so I'm gonna sucker punch this fool right here. D style back in the day, like Christine can go way, way back. I'm gonna say is look, you better hope to God when you're my age, 53, you can do what I do. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
I'm gonna drop my mic. I'm gonna drop the mic. I'm gonna drop the mic.
Hey, I'm over here. They consider us old as an athlete in boxing, and you see the last fight. I'm still going.
I'm dealing with the elites, Olympians, the best in the world. Drop mic.
And you know why? Because you paid your dues. You paid your dues.
And I have done mitts with Jamel before. He'll tell you. I'm just saying.
Matter of fact, before my biggest victory, which is a pregnant fight, I remember that because I had to come to Dallas for the Maurice. Somebody asked about Mo and Virgil fight. I had to come there to stay busy with the team, and she picked me up and everything, took me to the gym.
So did.
I got a sweat, and you know what I mean. I had to stay sharp. So again,
yeah, that's right. So D-Style, go back in your cave. Love you, bro.
So Paul says he has a question for you. He wants to know if Maurice Hooker is still fighting.
The last time I spoke to Paulina, and Paulina is my nutritionist, she was saying that I think they were trying to get Mo into a bare knuckles matchup, but it just wasn't the purse wasn't the money wasn't right. Yeah, bare knuckles. Yeah. So I don't know.
But before that, he was a sparring partner.
I hit on to it too, but like for those who don't know. When the passing of Stacy, who's close to all of us, more of us in the chat, in the group right here, that was like a mother figure to Mo. So I can understand like heart, because Stacy looked out for him for everything. From box, she made sure that nobody screwed over Mo.
That was her child.
Boxing. That was her baby. So when she passed, it kind of messed me up. If you look at it when he fought what's his name? Blair Cobbs. When he fought Blair Cobbs. It was around that time he wasn't in the right mindset. I'm not saying that he lost because again he wasn't in the right mindset, and I think he just lost his passion for a while from boxing after Stacy's passing. So it's just one of those things you gotta let Mo just be who he is right now, and maybe he'll come back to the ring. But a lot of us took it hard because again, Stacy after she was there with me when I fought Jermaine Ortiz. And then,
yes, sir.
A month or so later, she was gone, so it messed me up too for a minute. And but again, I take things. People take the passings differently than others. And me, I was like, I always look at her pictures that she took of me even to this day, and I always say, you know what, I'm gonna do this because Stacy will want me to do this, so Stacy will want me to do that. Yeah. Again, shout out to Stacy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Crystal, what you got? What you got for the champ? You got any questions left?
No.
Somebody said codeine in the thing. I don't know, man. Ever since I came back, they started mentioning me after when I was sitting at home. it was cool to try to get me in the ring, but once I try to get back into me, because you gotta remember Joe fought what November 4th, this last fight.
He didn't really have
I
a
fought
not
on
so
the
good
7th.
performance. That's probably what it
Again, I thought it was lining up like, but I'm not knocking him. I mean, he like, again, I feel like when you're a champion, hey, you call your own shots. I'm not here to call you or no coward or duck or whatever. But again, I thought that was going to be the move, but we'll see. I mean, Joe's a good Joe beat me and Joe are cool, so there's no. I know he's fighting Kakachi. I know Kakachi called me out basically a week before that whole fight was made between those two. So again, we'll see how that fight plays out as well in the end. So, but right now, I'm just doing me.
So, Jamel, you potentially have one fight coming up first part of April.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a 6-week or 8-week camp for this one?
I was like working with Bo Megano. I was used to doing like 8 weeks, but like at times even with them, and they'll tell you they had to slow me down because like I get in shape in like 6 weeks. Because like my main thing, despite what anyone says, when I'm in camp, I just solely just focus on camp. Like family and everything is great, but I focus on what's in front of me at the time, and I put my all into it. So I can really do camping. I can really do 6-7 week camp. You know what I mean? I think I overdid it. I definitely overdid it because again, with Shakur, I did like a 10-week camp because it was Shakur Stevenson, and I was trying to be just at my best, but I learned my lesson.
But sometimes you peak too soon.
Yeah, and I learned my lesson. But again, shout out to Shakur again. But like, just the type of athlete he made me feel like I needed to go harder and longer into camp. But from that experience, I learned, okay, I gotta pace it again because even though, yeah, I might get older, but I still have that dog in me that says, I want to go hard every time I get in the gym. That's just me. I don't never want to take shortcuts because I feel like if I take shortcuts and it bites me in the ass, it's gonna mess with me mentally. And like, damn, if I would have did this, or if I should have did this, or so to eliminate all that, I like to at least have 6 to 8 weeks. I never had anything under 7 weeks, honestly.
So I am Cam Edwards. Hey Cam, he wants to know: are you looking to get back into title contention, or are you looking solely for the big payday?
That's a good question. That's what I mean.
Great question. Great question.
Like I said,
weight division.
Your money. The money is always going to be in the activity. The more you raise your stock, the higher the purse is going to go. Like for instance, like again, I go out here in Australia and win this fight because I could probably take the Lamont Rose fight right now after the news broke out yesterday. But again, I continue just doing what I'm doing and raising my stock and getting a different fan base around the world elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm trying to get into contention. Like again, because let's say the negotiations fell apart with Lamont. Well, I'm ranked high enough in this sanctions body. I can go fight that guy. So for me, it's not for the money. The money, I was always told by my management and my team, since I had the JC and them, that the money is going to be in the fights. The more you win, the more the money's going to be there anyway. That's why I didn't fight. That's why I didn't come out to fight Joe Cordina last September because I haven't been in the training camp in like 17 months or whatever at the time. So I'm like, why am I going to do that to myself just for a payday? Because that's what it is, just for a payday. If I want to be a champion again, I got to give myself a chance to win. So I got to take it seriously. And I had to have both feet in the door. If I had one foot out the door, it's not going to do me no well. That's not going to do me no good. So again, for me.
You're right.
And then people like, people do question it, not saying that he did, but people question like, oh, he's coming back for the money. I just donated half my purse to charity on my return fight back. So like, for a bigger cause, which was veterans that are going through, a lot of hardship. So for me, it wasn't about the money. The money's going to come. I just got to keep winning. And if I can have an international fan base, it's going to be there.
They want you to get His Excellency's attention.
He follows me.
He follows me. Okay.
He follows me. So obviously
half the battle.
He follows me. So yeah. So there's obviously something there that he sees. So shout to
for sure. Because he don't follow me.
Yeah. He's looking for one commentator.
What's that?
Hey, whatever, right?
Commentator.
I mean, I'm all for anything. Like I said, I'm used to travel. I just enjoy traveling. So that's why I said, Lou felt even going to Australia is good just because I know it's good to have that demographic as well.
Absolutely.
They're giving me first class treatment. But for me, I still look at it as a fighter's mindset, enemy territory. So I gotta go. I can't look at it as the A side, B side mess. I just gotta go there and just be me side. You know what I mean? Just and do me.
That's right, me side. I like that. Me side.
If I don't,
to coin that phrase.
yeah,
Yeah, me side.
Because again, now for sure,
I like that.
if I don't win, because I mean this, and I'm talking to y'all in the comments. If I don't win, or no, if I do win, or put up an ugly ass performance, y'all not gonna take me seriously in terms of fighting for a world title. Like, oh no, Jamel ain't look like. So if I go out here and keep raising my stock and keep beating these guys, whatever, the people gonna call for it. You know what I mean? Again, I had a first round knockout, but even myself, I'm like, okay, I still need to knock off maybe some little more ring rust before I get back into that mix and to show people that I'm serious about this return. So again, I'm not looking just for a quick payday, because I could have just cashed that in and be like, okay, Lou, because Lou gives me that, he gives me that room, but like, okay, I want this, Lou. Now I want to press on this. But like again, I try to fight Jordan Gill because the only reason I want to fight Jordan Gill because Jordan Gill holds something that I wanted to get to Lamont. But Lamont made that battle easy with the recent news, whatever. So we can scratch that or whatever. But I stand again, I still want to go to the UK to fight guy because I wanted that UK experience. I called out Lee Wood. I called out I seen Warrington was moving up to 130 pounds as well. Because Joe Cadina's over there. So I just wanted just to get the experience. I didn't care about the payday. I just wanted to put that on my resume so I could speak on it years later when I'm really done with fighting.
So
okay, so yes.
wait,
yeah,
okay.
Nika, that's the question.
There's
right
two
there.
questions. So Cam wants to know who's the top 5 boxers.
That's too hard, Cam.
I know, right?
Hard. You can't. Everybody has it's too hard because I start saying 5. Then I'm like, oh no, then I forgot this one and that one. Okay. So it's too.
That's how I am. I can't do it.
Socially Scientific wants to know who would you pick in Bud and versus.
I'm picking Bud. Why? Y'all getting I'm going with the home.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Family. And it's not because it's just the family. I feel like Bud doesn't do things. He doesn't do things where my bad women's boxing channel. My bad. This is how I get at times when I get excited. But Bud doesn't
captions.
He doesn't do things just to do them. You know what I mean? Like he might see something there that he wants to exploit, and that's just how he is. You know, even again, Errol, love him to death. That's my dog. It's my brother. But there was something there. There was something there that he's seen, that he was seeing that made that fight look easier than on at least.
Errol didn't grow after the amateurs with who the coach he had, and I'm gonna say it. You didn't say it. I said it. I'm saying it.
I find it interesting though.
That's the thing that you see that Bud may have seen as well, that others may have not seen. Derrick James is a great trainer. Trainer of the year. He's won the trainer of the year. Again, he's done great things. He did great things with Jamel Charles' career and made him undisputed champion. Gave Errol, three belts in the division. So Derrick James is not but a smart fighter. They sometimes just see things that we don't see. So I look at it like that. I mean, Bud's not stupid though. We know Canelo's a threat. We know Canelo's dangerous at the end of the day.
Jamel, I have to bring this up because I feel it is rather important. So the significance of this Bud and Crawford fight, you just stamp it again. Crawford and Spence fight. Because you tell to me in the Spence and Crawford fight, 50-50 may the best one man win. And Canelo and Bud, you say, I stick with the home team, but so you make a choice.
You know what it is?
Ooh, Crystal paid attention.
I like that. I like that. You know what? It's like this. So after what I've seen this man has done in his career, I feel like Bud Crawford is just that generation. And nothing against Canelo. Canelo's the same boat as well. Don't get me wrong. But like Bud is just like that generational talent. Like this man.
Bud wins in everything. Jenga, checkers, basketball.
You know what I mean? Now, I think that probably might be his greatest test. But again, we might say that now, and then because we said the same thing with the Spence fight, his greatest test. But look how it played out. I think he could find loopholes in it because again, he's not gonna go in there. I know, but he's not gonna go in there looking to go for a shootout. That's not him. That's not him. He's a technician. He's an artist in there. But again,
what they call it, a Bud Crawford era.
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, listen, my thing is this: if y'all giving Inoue the same respect of moving up divisions and dominating, what's the difference between giving a Bud Crawford that same respect, and I get it.
No, I give it to them both. I do.
Canelo's one of my favorite fighters today. One of my top 5 today. Canelo Alvarez is one of my favorite fighters. But again,
but you don't mind picking a side.
I would never bet against that man. I'm telling you, I'm not going to bet against that. If he sees something,
Me neither.
Something there.
He's special.
Okay.
He's just special. He's special.
Tell us a little bit about some of your fighters have some fights coming up.
Yes, Michael Gamble, the 31st of this month.
This month? Oh wow, okay.
Where is that one at?
Let us know. Give us the flyer. Give us whatever. Let us post it, please.
Pro Box and down in Florida. He'll be back down there again in Florida. I just signed another young athlete, Javon Dula. That's what I was getting yelled at about. He wasn't on. I was getting yelled at by Bo Mac. He just told me, matter of fact, he just sent me a message. I'll read it out for y'all.
This is for the sparring incident.
Yeah, just for sparring, but get his ass a ticket home since you fucked up. because he's an underdog. He's an underdog fighter, and Bo Mac won the southpaw. But again, he's another special kid, special talent. So look out for Javon Dula. Probably gonna try and turn him pro in February. But I wanted to send down with Bo Mac and them because Bo Mac and them are great trainers, and I want him to get that experience. So that's why I said Bo.
Facts.
You just look at him. Makaya, I'm trying to get her in the mix with a world title. Because I think she's
badass.
Ready.
She's badass. Ready. She can do it. She can do it. She's fucking strong.
I just need her to get more active. Because
I feel you.
The things I'm doing with y'all is the reason why I'm trying to like I always say lead by example. You guys see me. I'm always in interviews. I'm always on Smite podcast because I'm always putting myself out there. And I would need her to do the same. But again, Makaya moves to beat her drum.
You got that personality. And we got to work on her personality.
We
got to work on it.
But so far that's really it. Again, Jermaine, shout out to my man Jermaine Ortiz. JC helped out with the with him and Jimmy in the back to get this fight done with Teofimo. So sky's the limit with that fight. We'll see how that goes. But for me, again, I'm just trying to help out fighters. I'm not trying to take advantage of do any get rich schemes. I mean, if I get rich off it, then that's a blessing. But at the same time, I just want to see fighters, get in position to live out their dreams and their goals. I'm still living my dream. I became a world champion. Now I have another dream that I want to achieve. So, but I want to put other fighters in this position to live out theirs as well. So that's what I'm here for. Again, like
Absolutely.
I said, I also sent out olive branch to Frank Martin. Because I think Frank Martin is still a good fighter, but I see the thing going around. He might be fighting Tank. Then hey, that's great. That's great that he's back in the mix. But again, if a guy like Frank Martin needs help, getting out there again, I'm here to help him out with that also. So yeah.
Okay. So Crystal Nika, a last question.
No, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to see some because we have to get Makaya on here and see if we can try to.
Yeah.
Get her to call
She's shy. She's shy.
I need to take this clip, tag her ass in it, and say.
Okay, we're gonna tag you. We're gonna tag Makaya, but she's shy.
Again, it's like this. It's like I have to be honest. I'm being real. That opportunity that Chicken took and made the most of it. Mm-hmm. That was almost because of Makaya. Remember, Makaya was 118.
Yes.
Almost a Makaya. But I'm glad. But this is what I need her to see. See?
Yes.
If you stuck to the program,
because y'all know Chicken ain't shy.
That's what I'm saying.
She don't talk her shit, and she don't twerk. She gonna do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Makaya. If you stuck to the program, that could have been you to Ebony. Who knows? That could have been you and Ebony.
Right.
That's why you gotta put yourself out there. Like, hey, Chicken rolling up on people and everything. Like, listen, I want my shot. You gotta.
And we're not done.
You don't gotta be a villain or whatever, but you gotta put yourself out there. Let people know that you're
confidence.
We just, if you go through the rankings, like she's ranked for world titles at 118 and 22. But it's like, yo, you gotta start calling that. I mean, listen,
I'm a message her. I'm
like, yo, you ranked in two weight classes. You gotta start putting stuff out there. Like,
absolutely.
I need that. You ain't gotta be an asshole, but like, you gotta let people know you want to fight. That you want to fight.
Yeah, like let's go.
I'm being honest, like I haven't heard from Makaya honestly since November. And I'm just being real. I'm the one who actually screenshotted, hey, Makaya, you're ranked here and there. I sent it to her. I haven't heard nothing from about it. I'm like, yo,
Okay, we about to get busy. We're getting busy over here. Women
Why
Crush
you
on
not looking
Wednesdays, we're
for
getting
her?
busy.
Go find
listen,
her.
I listen. I got the number. I said, Crystal. I texted her and everything. Again, it's Makai's career. I'm letting you be the captain. I'm not here. Again, I'm not here just steer the wheel. I'm just here to guide you. You know, I'm on the passenger side. I'm here to guide you with where you need to be at. But again, you gotta let
You
me
gotta
know
get
this is
behind
what
the
you want.
wheel
This is
and
what you
drive.
this is what you want. You gotta let me know. Like somebody was saying, hey, Jamel, you gotta like, no, I can't. I can put you here, but it's up to the fighter. Then if the fighter got to go to camp, the fighter got to have the mindset to go in. The fighter got to have the mindset to go
You're
in.
right.
The fighter got
You're
to get in
right.
the ring. I can get you
You're
there.
right.
Yeah, you gotta do the work. I can just
I can set it up, but you got to do the
yeah.
thing. Trust me, I know. I know.
And again, it's like y'all see me. Like I came back after being out for 18 months. I came back and look at me now. I'm pretty much back. I'm ranked.
Facts.
I'm ranked by the WBO, by the number 9 in the world again.
Yeah, you're right.
But the WBC wants to put me in their rankings again or whatever. So it's like, but I did the work. You know what I mean? I did the work. I promoted myself. I went out there to camp. I fought. I make the calls. I speak with my promoter faithfully to let him know my point of view or what I want to do or hear him out. But again, I do everything I'm supposed to do, and I'm back.
Yeah, absolutely. So I
Thank
have
you.
one.
You can't help. I can't, and this is true. I can't help everybody who don't want to be helped. I'm not saying she
No,
don't.
it's true.
It's how it is. I can't unless you show me that you want my help or you ask it. I can't assume what you
You
want.
got to want it more for yourself than others do. Absolutely. But I have one last question for myself before we let you go. So, 5 years. What is your 5-year plan? What
My
does it look like?
my my this year plan in those 5 years. I do see myself not only fighting but winning another world championship. After that, for me, really, going right now, I'm not stressing. I'm just having fun with boxing. I love boxing, so I'm not That's why I'm not harping over this guy not answering my call. That part, I'm like, no, somebody's gonna get beat. So I look at it, I'm beat somebody, and again, I have fun with it from there. Maybe I'll continue it. Maybe I'll just say, okay, I'm good. I accomplish that goal. But in that 5 years, I want to do full time. I see myself full time commentating. So I'm working there. I want to see myself. I'll see myself managing world champions now. You know what I mean? So again, I'm always gonna be involved in the sport of boxing in those 5. I'm gonna accomplish those in 3 years. So that's just me. I'm just a worker.
Okay, that's good. That's beautiful. Nika, Crystal, you have a last question for the champ?
No,
No,
but I
because if
can
we ask
attest.
any more questions, it's gonna be like
Nika's like,
It was a good Q&A. There was no dead spot in this whole hour or so. There was no dead spot.
never.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely. Crystal, you got a last question?
No, but I can tell you, I can
Does
attest
anybody
to
below
one
got
of.
any more questions down there though? I can't see it. I can't see what y'all see. So I'm just
Yes,
going
but
to
you
I won't
look.
miss anybody.
He do have some good fighters coming up. I see them. I
For
see them
sure.
in the small rings. Team Gamble. I was there for one of his fights. So
There you go.
these young lads, you speaking the truth when you tell me they're good fighters.
Yeah,
So I
a lot
expect
of
to see
kids,
them.
and I like the landscape of boxing today, meaning that like everybody's not going. Christine knows everybody's not going to be an Olympian. Everybody's not going to get that big contract. Everybody's not going to get that that big signing bonus or whatever. But I love the platforms we have now with social media and everything like that, like
Facts.
Pro Boxing, them those guys. A shout to them, those guys. But I enjoy finding that diamond in the rough or that kid that people didn't
Yes.
think much of, but there's something special in that kid. Or again, I wanna manage more women fighters. I think women
I
like
love it.
Michaela Mayer and Natasha Jones, they show
Yes.
that they can headline,
You be
and
careful with
still put
those
on a great
ladies.
card. Think about it. If nobody didn't care about that fight, we wouldn't be talking about robberies and who should have won and yada yada yada. So people
Yep.
obviously care
You're
about
right.
women's boxing is actually making a good stamp on the sport as well. So again, I was just watching a little girl today and they're beating up on a boy and sparring today. So again, but it's because of the women that we see now. They're motivating these little girls to come up and do their thing and feel like they could be an Olympian or they could be a world champion, or they can main event. They can main event a big card wherever.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I will say this last. Hubby said, I think Jermaine is going to get a TKO. I'm with it.
Hey,
I'm with it.
we'll see. We'll see. He's right now he's in he's actually in Vegas right now. I actually just reached out to him to see if he want to go down there with Bomac and help out with some sparring out there. So again, like I said, shout out to B&B. B&B is always gonna be family.
Always.
You know what I mean? Shout out to my trainer out there as well, Wayne McCullough. He's done great. He's done great. Motivated me to get back in it. I'm looking forward to getting back out there with him as well. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys out there. I appreciate you ladies, and I'm just happy. I'm in a good space.
Where will you do your next camp?
It's gonna be in Vegas. It'll be in Vegas. Okay. I probably started probably right around February 13th or Valentine's Day, sometime around there.
Okay. So last question, real quick. Quick pick, Ryder or Munguia? Who you got?
It depends what version of Munguia we get. Because he can be hot or cold at times, and Ryder
he don't have the best defense, but you're right.
Ryder can give you a run for like I think Munguia has issue with pressure, and that's whole Ryder's whole thing is that pressure and staying in your face. So I don't know. Like I mean, I want to say Ryder, but again, we know who's the headliner, and you got to go in there and pretty much. And sometimes, like you said, sometimes you do got to go in there and really beat the headliner up, even though I feel like if you win it, you should win it. But yeah, I know how it goes. You gotta make
we do. We do. Thank you so much.
HLD, man, chill.
He's a big Teofimo fan.
That's Tio, my brother.
He on you.
I can say, oh, Lopez is gonna win it, but y'all gotta be like, he's going not like, damn, dog, yo.
26 spots bring up a very good comment. This will be Munguia's first fight with Freddie Roach.
That's not a good point. Sometimes it takes a while to get that chemistry going. I mean, look at Ryan Garcia and Derek James with the shoulder rolling in. Of the first fight. I mean, Ryan got the job done, but you gotta work those kinks still. You gotta work those. Even now with me and Wayne, I still gotta work those kinks. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not trying to rush into nothing big until we know we got the chemistry down right. But
are you fixing to try that role?
Nah. Wayne. I didn't get to show it, but Wayne showed me. Like Wayne is people that don't know. Wayne McCullough was trained by Eddie Futch. Eddie Futch is more of the Philly shell. So it's more of a catch. It's not like just. It's more of like you got to catch the shots on both ends, but you got to see it. You got to have. That's when you have to have, good eye coordination. So like for me, I'd rather do like I'm more of an old school guy anyway. So I can't be Floyd. Everyone out there, y'all can't be Floyd. Stop trying to be Floyd. If y'all gonna do it, please do it. Please do it right, or at least learn. Take time learning it. Don't just try it in a fight.
Facts. Michael, last words.
Daniel, an asshole, man.
Yeah, Daniel says. Daniel's so bad, but it did look like what he's saying. It did. Pretty wrong. I don't know what that was. I didn't like it. So whatever.
As a matter of fact, why? I'm surprised. I know y'all we gotta get up, but why didn't y'all touch on that? Like, not the shoulder roll. Why are we not?
I mean,
talking about the Ryan. No, because I was out there defending Ryan when he wanted to fight Rollies. I thought get a belt. He gets a belt. Unification always a bigger money at the table. But then I don't know what Ryan want to do anymore, man. I don't know. I can't call it, and I'm not knocking nobody, but again.
But
he needs to go to Disney.
He's going against, like, he has to argue back and forth with his freaking promoter. Like,
no, but again,
every time he says, "I want to fight this," and then here comes Oscar. Well, you know what?
No, it's not just that though. Again, though, it was him. It was him who said it. Y'all know he said it himself. Hey, I'm taking boxing seriously. I want to win a world title. That was his words. Now it's like you had 2 world title opportunities, but you steering from. I don't get it. And I don't get it either. He got to be let's be real. He got to be the only fighter in today's boxing history that could be the #1 contender or world title shot in his lap. And
Ryan Kardashian.
He'd be like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm dead. Yeah.
That's it for me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. I thank everybody in the chat for tuning in. Thank you so much, Jamel. Thank you to my girls. You are the fucking best ever. And can't nobody touch us. Just saying, your
again,
favorite
yeah.
girls.
And me and JC spoke about it. I'm gonna start bringing some of my other talent to speak with you guys as well.
Let's
So
go.
Yeah, we
Let's
gotta get
go.
Kai
yeah,
on here.
definitely
Start
gotta get these
talking
young. They gotta get used to being in front of
about
doing
like
some social
this.
work. So
That this is what you do in the
Yeah.
beginning. Absolutely.
get your name out there, kids.
Absolutely. Let's go because they're gonna make it all the way. They gotta get
Absolutely.
ready. So thank you so much. Nika, Crystal.
I don't have any parting words besides thanks to the chat and thanks Jamel for coming on. So
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you to the chat and thank you, Jamel. And he always faithful. He always here.
Always.
Hey,
Yes.
women's boxing, did I slow it down in the end? Did I slow it down a bit?
I think he said you was talking too fast when he
And
He's not
Jamel, in
patient for it.
between sleep and eating, come up here to Colorado and give back. I'm just
trying.
saying.
You know what? No,
Just
I
saying.
mean, I got a call from you guys anyway that, about coming before the send off. So I'm all for it. I mean, that's family.
Yeah, Marlene comes in tomorrow.
Oh, she
Just
is?
saying. She
No,
is.
I can't tell little one I said what's up, but she
I will tell her.
Ain't
But
nobody-
come
ain't
on,
nobody-
come on up here.
listen,
They need you. They need you. I
nobody
need
like
you.
champ. Ain't nobody like me up there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Okay.
That's good. She's coming.
Everybody. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love to love you, and we will see you next Wednesday. Mwah.